So I recorded a previous episode. I think it was yesterday, but come to find out, the mic wasn't being picked up. So the whole episode was kind of thrown into the trash for nothing. And to be honest, I learned a lot in that previous episode. So we're basically gonna recap what I learned, or probably the most important lesson that I learned in the last time. Alright. So basically what I learned was numbers in Vietnamese. Sorry. How to say numbers in Vietnamese. Alright, so here we have the numbers from 0 to 10. Okay? We're just gonna skip 0 for now, and we're just gonna go from 1 to 10. So 1, I don't know if I'm spelling this correctly, but 1 is mot, 2 is hai, 3 is ba, 4 is bon, 5 is nam, 6 is sao, 7 is bai, 8 is tam, 9 is shin, and 10 is mu oi. I think it is. Now, these, if you got these 10 numbers, everything else is basically super simple, and don't need to memorize much after that, and you're gonna see why. So for 11 to 19, the structure is basically mo oi, which means 10, and then the number next to it. So 12 is mo oi hai, 14 is mo oi bon, 17 is mo oi bai. Okay, so that's basically how it goes. You got anything that's between 11 and 99. So anything between 11 and 99 basically follows the same exact structure. So this here, for example, 19, mo oi shin, it means 10, 9. If I want to say 37, I just have to say 37. That's it. If I wanted to say 49, I just say 40 and 9. That's it. Okay. And how do you say 20 or 30 or 40 is through this way. So for example, 20 is hai moi, it's 2 10, basically like 2 tenths. You could sort of think about it in this way. 30 is ba mo moi, or mo oi, or whatever, which is 3 10. So 37 is ba moi, I think it's bai, ba moi bai. That's 37. 49 is bon moi shin, 47. So it's like 4 10 7. Sorry, 49. That was 49. So it's like saying 4 10 9. It's very simple. Okay, and now on to the next thing. Hundreds, from 100 to 999. It follows this pattern. So you say, for example, I want to say 300. You say 3 plus tram, which means 100 basically, but you can't say it alone. We'll get into that. in a moment. So you say, for example, 3 tram, and then 333, for example, ba tram, ba muy, ba, 333. 999, shin tram, shin muy, shin. That's basically it. Okay. Now tram, you can't use it just by itself. You have to, if you want to say 100, you have to say mot tram. You can't just say tram. You have to say mot tram. And for the thousands, it kind of follows a very similar structure. So as you can see, digit plus yen or nien, I don't know, I have no idea, and then 100's pattern. So that's basically the structure that it follows, where instead of tram, it's 1000. Okay, so let's just say I want to say 1111. So I'm gonna say mot nien mot tram mot moi mot. Sorry, my bad. You don't say mot moi, you just say moi, moi directly. That's kind of what you do. So it's mot nien or nien mot nien mot tram moi mot. That's 1111. And for 10,000, you just say moi nien, which is like 10,000. For 100,000, you say mot tram nien. If you wanted to say something like 127, for example, you'd say mot. You'd say mot tram. That's 100. Ba muy 20, and bay, which is 7. So 127, and then you just add nien, and it becomes 127,000. If you wanted to say something else after the 1000, you can of course say it. You can say, for example, 127 and 10. 127,010. You can just say everything, and then after the nien, you could just say moi. Right? So it follows a very simple pattern. Okay, and I know that it follows the exact same patterns for the millions and for the billions and for everything above. So everything above 100 follows the same exact pattern. The thousands, of course, follow the same pattern. The millions, the billions, everything. It's digit and then a word that means billion or thousand or million or 100, and then the pattern of the digits that come after it. So 100,000, and then whatever hundreds or tens we have, or for example millions, and then whatever thousands or hundreds of thousands we have, and then whatever hundreds we have, and so on. Let's see here. There you go. So there it is. Millions is trio, and it works the exact same thing as nien and tram and others. So yeah, that's it for today. It was very unfortunate that I didn't catch the issue much earlier on, but oh well, you can't really do much, because we learned quite a few other things as well. A lot more other Vietnamese words, but this was kind of the main lesson that I learned last time. And you might have noticed that I kind of remember more than someone who just have, for example, just read through those numbers would have. And that's because I employed an exercise that I think would be very useful to anybody that wants to learn numbers in any language for them to do. So basically what you do is, so here I went to the Google AI mode. You can use any AI. You can use even DeepSeek. You can use whatever AI you wanted. Okay. I just used AI, the AI mode of Google, and I told it to give me 100 random numbers, and just give me numbers and stuff like that. And I was basically training myself to say these. So I would try to say this, for example. This would be, I think. So what is 5? So you got Motba. Motai Ba Bun. I think it's Cool or Koi or something like that. See, for example, I don't really know how to say this because I forgot what the number 5 means in Vietnamese. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to here. I'm gonna pull up the basic numbers, and I'm gonna. Oh, it's num. Okay. So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna try again to say the number. So it's num mo oi bai, and we're gonna go back to verify. So num moi, of course, bai. Num moi bai. 57. Correct. Okay. So I will just keep going. 14, it's muy bon. I think that's correct. 83, 8. So num something by. I don't think I remember. Tom. Okay, so it's Tam Moi Ba. Tam Moi Ba. Tam Moi Ba. Correct. And you just keep going through each one, trying to first do it by yourself. Maybe you, for example, you got the 40, but you forgot what the 2 means. You just go back here and you look up the 2 and you're like, high. Okay, it's high. 2 means high. And then you go back again and try to say the number, and then you go back and verify if you did get it or not, and you just keep going, and that way you memorize the numbers much better, because generally this is just in general, anything that you want to learn to memorize, you have to do exercises in literally anything: language, mathematics, linguistics, physics, natural sciences like biology and geology and stuff like that. You have to do exercises to remember things better, and you also remember them for longer as well. That is, of course, things that are to be remembered, right? But if it's a concept or something, the best way to remember it is by understanding it. It's harder to understand it, but if you understood it, it's like you engrave it in your brain. So yeah, this is Lynette. Thank you guys so much for watching the video up until this point. Thank you very much, and we're gonna keep on learning Vietnamese for absolutely no reason whatsoever. And see you guys in the next episode.